Same thing. Just I'll be ready if I do get an opportunity. But yeah, just gonna continue to attack the week, normal, same as I have been, and yeah, excited to end this one the right way.
So you haven't been told anything different this
No,
week?
I haven't heard anything yet.
As far as physical preparation, obviously that doesn't change, but mentally with the added odds that you are taking the field, does it change anything mentally as far as the approach?
Nah, same exact process. I feel like I got a real good process going through these last few years. Like I've said, I've spent plenty of time as a backup, my first 4 years. So I feel like I've learned, how to prepare the right way. And Dak and Coop and Will now have done a great job of, I've learned a ton from those guys. Learned a ton from Coop these last few weeks. He's played at a really high level, and yeah, just excited to continue to embrace my role and do whatever I can to help us, finish the thing out the right way.
How much do you want to start Sunday or want to play Sunday?
Yeah, I want to play every week, but that's the reality of this business, the reality of, playing quarterback in this league. It's tough. Only one guy gets to play, so, it's got to be realistic with yourself and just find ways to continue to get better.
Because you don't have a contract for next year, do you feel like if you don't play on Sunday that you've done enough to show other teams or maybe even this team that hey, I could be on the roster?
That's out of my control. I'll let you guys talk about that. I'll let all those guys talk about that. I'm truly just worried about, these guys in this locker room and trying to finish this thing out the right way.
When guys play games, they often measure up against opponents, and different opponents give different results. But for you, as someone who's just been able to do it in practice, how do you measure where you're at and how much you've been able to improve?
Just kind of a feel thing, part of it, and then obviously I watch all my reps, so just seeing the growth over that, being hard on myself, coaching staff being hard on me, same thing, just try to learn everything I can.
The biggest thing I think Mike said for you is the footwork and getting that down. How was that process for you?
Yeah, I feel like I've improved a ton over my last 2 years here. It's been a ton of fun. I've had a ton of fun getting to know these guys, and yeah, see what happens obviously after this. But I'm not gonna get into all that right now. Focus on winning this thing and finishing out the right way.
How much did you learn from Dak in terms of face of the franchise, just all the things that he takes, and when you get your time, how much will you take from him?
Yeah, a ton, and honestly, just as much off the field and in the locker room as on the field. From everything he's done, in the off seasons, getting guys together, going out to Oregon, just spending time with guys, and obviously having got to spend time with him in the room and him in the locker room and outside of the facility. Just the type of person he is, type of dad he is. As someone that I definitely look up to and will for as long as I play ball.
When you were traded here a year and a half ago, how has this played out in terms of what you envisioned and what you expected?
I tried to just come in and just learn when I got here, learn as much as I could, just have an opportunity to, gain the confidence of the coaching staff, gain the confidence of the guys in the locker room. I feel like I've improved, a lot, just in myself, mentally, physically, since I've been here. And obviously, haven't played a lot of snaps, but that's part of it. Like I said, it's just being realistic with yourself, being honest, and continue to be hard on yourself and find ways to continue to improve. I think that my confidence level is still really high, and probably as high as it's been since I've been in this league. So very thankful for the guys in this locker room. It's a huge credit to them.
Trey, free agency is kind of a unique period. Have you got advice from anyone about going into that and what to expect?
I'm not really gonna talk about it or think about it until that time comes. I think that would be I'd be a bad teammate by doing that, worrying about that, talking about it, thinking about it. We still got work to do.
How much did you learn? Because you've played a handful of snaps in regular season. How much did you learn from that last preseason game to where you are right now?
Yeah, a lot. I mean, obviously, anytime you turn the ball over that many times, it's easier to smile talking about it now than it was, going back 4 months ago, whatever it was. But yeah, learned a ton from it. Made mistakes, learned from them. Some good things, some bad things, and that's how it goes.
When you see Baker Mayfield and guys like that, and Sam Darnold who have high picks, went other places and then found homes, does that motivate you? Does that kind of tell you something?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, anytime you see a guy that just goes through ups and downs, which everyone does in this league, playing quarterback, regardless of how low the lows are and how high the highs are, I think everyone goes through ups and downs, just the reality of playing this game. Gino's another one, for sure. Just guys I can learn a ton from, and guys that, have kind of just kept pressing and just found an opportunity and made the most of it. I think that's kind of what this league is all about.
Have you gotten advice from any other quarterbacks throughout the year?
Just as far as ball, or
yeah,
just
whether it be like guys catching up with you per game or
yeah, for sure. I mean, yeah, just thankfully, you play against these guys a lot of times. You meet them, talk to them in the off season, hang out with them, things like that. So learned a ton from, those guys that I've talked to that have been doing it a long time, but also in this locker room. We got guys who have been. Will's been on different teams, Coop's been on different teams, and Dak's obviously been doing it at a high level for a long time. So for me, it's just trying to, use all my resources, talk to everyone, and at the same time, like, these guys are my friends, So spending time with them, it's not always just, we don't, believe it or not, we don't always just sit and talk ball.
Do you think if given the opportunity, you could be a starter in this league?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, no doubt.
Monday night, you're going to go catch North Dakota State down the street?
Yeah, no doubt, definitely. Go Bison. It's probably going to be a blowout. Bryce probably gonna have about 3, it's gonna be ugly for the Bobcats. You can quote me on that. I'm really excited for that. Definitely excited that it's on Monday, so be able to focus on what we got going on here, put everything into that, and then go watch my little brother and my alma mater.
Where were you for his one-handed catch in the semi?
I was wrapping the O-line's Christmas presents at the house, yelling at the TV. Actually, so I was really excited. He's done a great job. Really excited for him and Cam and the rest of those guys. It's real fun to watch those guys.
Did you learn a lot about yourself from the moment you got drafted, you were hurt, and you get traded, and to where you are now? How much have you learned about the type of person you are?
Yeah, I think my injury is probably the time when I learned the most about myself. Anytime you go through something like that, time away, I had never been through an injury like that. Obviously no one ever expects it to happen, to be out that long. But, you kind of got to figure out who you are, who you want to be. Off the field, and at that time, who you are at home, what your identity is in, where your confidence comes from, things like that. I think that for me, that was a major growth period that, honestly, being realistic with myself, I didn't know probably that I needed as much as I did. I feel like I'm very much more comfortable in my skin. I'd say that's a bigger thing. Going through that process and being here, and like I said, learning from Dak and Coop, those guys that have done it for a long time, and regardless of what you guys say, their confidence stays at a real high level. So just learning from guys like that and seeing where it comes from, learned a ton, grown a ton.
Along those lines, how do you compartmentalize the outside noise? You didn't ask for the 49ers to trade up to take you. You didn't ask for the Cowboys to give a 4th-round pick, but that's how a lot of people on the outside judge where you're at. How do you compartmentalize that noise with what you're doing?
Yeah, I've said it before, but I really care about what the guys in this locker room think and what the coaches up in the offices think. At the end of the day, those are the guys that truly have an impact on me and my life and my career. What you guys say, I know it's your job and everything like that. I would never, hold it against you as people, but it's not my job to worry about, what you guys think. I think it's the same conversation as talking bad about other quarterbacks. Like, I don't know what he's being coached. I don't know who ran the wrong route. Like, we'll never know stuff like that. As much as we might want to think that he threw a bad ball, the receiver could have ran the right route, or vice versa. So things like that. You can't worry about things that you don't know about and things that are out of your control.
Are you on